Welcome to another tier ranking. Yep, been a bit, but I thought I'd do a cool tier ranking of all the MTV movies I have seen. Yes, believe it or not, I don't know if anyone knew this, but MTV made movies. Yes, music television. Well, it's never stopped music television anymore. It just plays really shitty reality shows, but hey, they actually produced quite a few films in the 90s and 2000s and stuff, and I gotta admit, there's some pretty good fucking movies made by MTV. I'm actually shocked that they made some good stuff. They made some bad stuff, no doubt. And some pretty bad movies, but some quality shit. And I thought I'd just do a tier ranking of all the movies made by MTV that, that I've seen. Um, and like all tier lists, again, this is just all my opinion, and S is the best, F is the worst. Alright, let's start with Pootie Tang. Who else knows Pootie Tang just from Scary Movie 3 and them referencing it? I've actually seen Pootie Tang. I rented it from Blockbuster like 18 years ago, and it's really fucking terrible. Yeah, Chris Rock is in it, and he's not even enough to save the movie. It is complete, utter, unfunny trash, and don't watch it. The Fighting Temptations. I remember my sister loved this movie. This is like about a guy who pretends to be like a music producer, and he is, I think his like aunt dies, and she leads him to this like church choir, and he tries to make them like the best church choir and everything. And the lead singer of the choir is Beyonce. It's an okay movie. It's very overly sentimental, very preachy, very formulaic. Beyonce is just dreadful in the movie, but Cuba Gooding Jr. is a lot of fun. There's some funny moments, some nice songs. It's just like a feel-good family movie, but it's nothing much else than that. The Perfect Score. I remember I watched this when I was younger, and I enjoyed it, but it's still pretty average. It's literally just about these high school students that try to steal the SATs and get perfect scores. This is like one of the early movies of Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans. Yes, you want to see the prequel of Black Widow and Captain America? Watch The Perfect Score. Stop Loss. Stop Loss is underrated. A really great movie about I think it was during the Afghanistan war, and it's really good. It's about these soldiers. Stop losses when they get to stop and in the middle of a tour and take a little break and stuff. And a lot of it is about like this friendship, but it's also about like how kind of psychological the war kind of damages you and stuff military men go through. And it's really good. I think Ryan Philippe is very good in the movie. I even think Channing Tatum and Driscoll Levitt are pretty good, and I think it's an underrated war movie. Hustle and Flow, that's the first one in the S tier. I love this movie. I love it. It's one of the best movies about hip hop music. It's literally about this guy named DJ, and he's a pimp, and he just wants to make his life better, and he has like no budget. He's poor, and he grabs an old friend of his, and they just start making their own rap album. And it's so great. It's like this very inspirational story, and it shouldn't be because it's about this pimp who wants to be a rapper, but it's gripping and it's enjoyable, and in a weird way, it's kind of likable. Even though DJ is a pretty rough character, he's interesting, and I'm rooting for him. And Terrence Howard plays the role beautifully, and Taraji P. Henson's in this movie, DJ Squalls, Anthony Anderson, and even Ludacris, all of which all give good performances. Like, I don't really see good performances from Ludacris, but he's even good in this movie, and it just works. It just works beautifully. I think just because it has such a good script and a really good direction, and just everyone's on their A game in this movie, and I absolutely love it. And it has my favorite quote almost ever from a movie. It's I'm trying to squeeze a dollar out of a dime, and I don't even have a cent. Ugh. I think anyone who's ever struggled in life can relate to that quote. Freedom Writers is good too. It's another underrated movie. Really good educational movie. Very much like Dangerous Minds, inspired by the movie with Michelle Pfeiffer. Hilary Swank is basically teaching creative writing to kids in basically like the hood, and it's a very good movie. Project Almanac. Oh Lord, what a waste of potential. Complete shit. Complete shit. Terrible time travel movie. All right, let's do the Jackass movies because I enjoy all the Jackass movies. They're all a lot of fun. First one is an A. It's so funny. I love how low budget and just crazy it is, and it's definitely the Jackass movie that has the most nastiest, craziest, and out, out there stunts. It's just fucking bonkers. And the second one is just as good too. The first two Jackass movies like it's got some of the best stunts. Like the first one has like, of course, like Johnny Knoxville getting his ass kicked by the boxer. It also has oh god, some of my favorite ones like the guy who shoves the toy car up his ass. That shit's funny. And of course, like them on the golf carts. That's great. Jackass 2 has some good ones too, though, with the snake pit and the prank they play on Bam. Just there's a lot of good stuff in the first two. Um, 3 and 4 are good too. Where's 3? Where that is. I'll put 3 and 4 in the B tier. They're really good too. Just not as good as the first two, but still quality. Election is an A. This movie is just such a great dark comedy. Like Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick are both just delightfully despicable in this movie, and you just don't know who to root for because they're both so unlikable. But you just love watching them because the like hatred these two have for each other is just great, and it's just all about a high school election, but it's almost like a real election and just how like grimy it could be and how corrupt it could be just in a high school, but it's very like reminiscent of real life elections and stuff, and it's so funny, so good, and Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon crush it in this movie. Such a great movie. Alexander Payne directed this too. Did a good job. Blades of Glory. Blades of Glory is okay. It's definitely not like definitely Will Ferrell's kind of like middle of the road kind of movies. There's some funny moments here and there, but there's also just a lot of stupid shit. And just, I really hate Will Arnett and Amy Poehler in this movie. I literally think they almost ruined the movie. And again, I've never been a John Heater fan. Like I don't know, just I've never liked him in a movie. Am I the only one? I don't know. Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead Do America is a classic. I am Cortorio. It's such a great movie. And it took risks too because it's not an R-rated movie, but it's still super funny. Mike Judge crushes it. And I think the sequel is pretty good too. Original Kings of Comedies is a lot of fun. Some good stand-up routines. You got Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, even a little guest spot Dave Chappelle. It's fun stuff. Okay, Get Rich or Die Trying. Okay. I remember I saw this movie in theaters with my brother, and I loved it. I loved it because I was big into hip hop music when I was younger, and I loved 50 Cent, and I loved the movie. When you watch it now, though, you realize just how bad it is. It's not like F tier bad, but it's still pretty bad. 50 Cent is not very good. And I know they're trying to showcase his life and his career, but it's so heavily fictionalized and just it's so unrealistic. And when you watch a movie like 8 Mile, which is so grounded and feels so real and pure, it has a lot of weight and emotion. This one is just a Hollywood movie, and you can really tell. I like Terrence Howard in the movie. I think he's the best part of the movie. And there's moments here and there I like, and some of the new songs I like, but it's a it's a it's a bad movie, and it's yeah. I know 50 Cent has a really interesting story, and I hope to see a real movie about his life, but we have Get Rich or Die Trying, which isn't very good. The Wood, underrated comedy, so underrated, so freaking funny. It's a coming of age story about oh my god, I think it's Taye Diggs' character. He's getting married, and it's about him reminiscing about his childhood with his two best friends. One of them played by Omar Epps. Such a great movie, super super funny, Definitely check it out. Save the Last Dance was the sequel. I really enjoy the first Save the Last Dance. My mother and sister love Save the Last Dance. They love it. I saw this in theaters with them. They really enjoy it. I think it's good too, about a girl who ballerina loses her mom, moves to like a really like shitty neighborhood with her dad, and falls in love with a guy who's like, kind of like a hip hop dancer, and he tries to like make her let go of the death of her mom and get back into ballet and stuff, and into like this interracial relationship, and a lot of people are against it and stuff. But it's a good movie. It's very predictable, and it's a little corny, but it's good. The sequel was a straight to DVD movie, which was dog shit. Coach Carter. I love Coach Carter. I think Coach Carter is a very inspirational movie and a very important movie about education. And Samuel Jackson is fantastic in this movie. It's a movie that Samuel Jackson is not playing just Samuel Jackson. He's actually playing the role of Coach Ken Carter and helping his students become students. Like he's teaching them basketball, but he's teaching them also to get better lives and better education. There's a reason why they play this movie in schools. All right, I'm dragging on here. Martin Lawrence alive. I know he's a funny guy, but he is not funny in this special. Dance flick. Love some good parody movies, but Dance flick is not one of them. The Footloose remake. There's a couple moments here and there, but I don't know why critics like this movie. It's not very good. It's just a rehash of the original, just with less charm and less Kevin Bacon, which is a shame. Tupac Resurrection. Fantastic documentary about Tupac in the last few weeks of Tupac's life. Great movie, great documentary. A lot better than the crappy All Eyes on Me movie. Crossroads just shows us that Britney Spears just cannot act. Dead Man on Campus. I loved this movie when I was younger. It does not hold up. The jokes are just very weak, very childish. Varsity Blues is okay. Again, it's a movie I loved when I was younger. Again, it's fine. It's fine. I think John Voight is the best part of the movie. Is this like really crazy coach? But it's just okay. Same with The Longest Yard. The original is just way better. Napoleon Dynamite. I am not a fan. I think Napoleon Dynamite is very overrated. I know there's a huge fan base for Napoleon Dynamite. I am not one of them. Justin Bieber. I've actually seen this and wasn't a fan. Hansel and Gretel, piece of shit. How She Moved, piece of shit. Orange County was okay. Again, I think Jack Black has a lot of good funny moments, but it's, again, not very good. But yeah, it has its moments, and it's definitely a movie, if you put it on, I'd watch it. So, Ian Flux, awful. There we go. Okay. I thought it'd be a little more positive, but I guess not. House on Flow is easily MTV's best movie. Then I'm gonna put Election at the top of the A tier with the Jackass movies. Then Tupac Resurrection. Then Beavis and Butthead. Then Coach Carter in the Wood. For the B tier, I'll put Save the Last Dance at the top with the Jackass sequels. Jackass 3, Jackass Forever, then Stop Loss, Beavis and Butthead, Freedom Riders, Kings of Comedy. C tier, I'll put Varsity Blues, then Perfect Score, then Fighting Temptation, yeah, okay, there we go. For the D tier, I'll put the stupid Bieber documentary, Go Try Trying, Footloose, Dead Man Walking, Napoleon Dynamite. For the F tier, I'll put Martin Lawrence Live, Project Almanac, Pootie Tang, How She Move, Hansel and Gretel, Ian Flux, Dance Flick, Seven Dance 2, and Crossroads, an abomination of a film. So there you go. That was my tier ranking for MTV's movies. Comment below what is your favorite and least favorite movie made by MTV. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.